Hey, everybody, anybody with us?
Nope, not yet. Oh, we just had one person jump on.
Great. We're going to wait a few minutes to get started. Welcome to Adair Homes and to our Vaughn virtual tour today.
I love this floor plan.
I do too. And I love the colors they painted it.
Yes.
Now, if I saw those colors down on paper, I'd be like, that's odd, but it looks so good.
Isn't that funny how that works though? I feel like sometimes when we recommend things to people, when they see it in our design center, they're like, I don't know. And then they see it in a home, like if we have a picture of it and they're like, oh, that looks really good.
Exactly.
People are just visual. Oh, look at us. I love that picture of us in the corner.
I know, it's like my favorite picture too.
I need to print that out and put it in my office.
And we got the movie stars down here.
They're so cute.
Oh, it's great.
You've had so many fun customers, I feel like.
I always make them ham it up when I take their pictures. I mean, look at all these little faces. They're so cute.
I wish I could get more people to take pictures. I feel like I have the customers who are like, I don't really want my picture taken.
I don't give them an option. I just break the camera out and stick the sign in their hand and said, here we go.
Take a picture. I love that.
It's always the women. They're like, oh no, I don't have my makeup on. Like,
oh, my hair is
like a house. You're gonna get dirty.
Right.
What time is it? 12 o'clock. We're gonna give one more minute and we'll start 1 minute after the hour.
Yes.
I see a couple of familiar faces.
Do you? I do too. Awesome. We've got some loyal viewers of the virtual open houses, that's for sure.
Yeah, but not my standard open, what was their name? Oh my gosh, she was on every Betty, what was her name? You know who I'm talking about.
I do know who you're talking about, but I don't remember her name either right now.
Shauna, no? Oh my God, she was like, she probably could have taught these virtual tours better than you and I could.
She probably could have.
She was phenomenal. She came to so many of them. All righty, I'm just getting my screen set up. We're going to begin. It's 12:01, so welcome everyone. This is Adair Homes, a virtual tour of the Vaughn live with myself, Brenda Lukes, and I am at the Southwest Washington location, which is Woodland, and my co-pilot in crime.
Hi everyone, I'm Justina Thorson. I am a home ownership counselor as well, and I am located in Tempe, Arizona. So Justina, I will be,
and I used to be partners, but she moved on me.
I know, I had to get to the sunshine. It's just too cloudy in Southwest Washington, but I will be co-hosting with Brenda today, and I'm essentially going to be fielding questions. So if you do have any questions as we go through this virtual tour, please ask them. There is a Q&A box at the bottom, and we would love for you to ask us all the questions. It makes the hour much more fun.
Absolutely. What you're seeing here in front of you are happy customers that have built with Adair Homes over the last, I'd say probably almost 4 years. You can see there's various ages and there are families and there is actually veterans, the whole shebang. So Adair Homes would love to have your business. Without further ado, let's get started. If I can find my, I just deleted the wrong thing. There we go. Okie dokie. let's start by taking a look at what we're doing today. We are covering the Vaughn. It is in our Riata collection, which is the modern collection. So it's a very different layout of the exterior of the home than our typical traditional home. And Justina has completely different homes in Arizona. So Adair Homes is constantly changing the elevations of our homes. The elevation is always the exterior, and we're keeping up with the times. And so this happens to be one of our newest additions. So we've had this for probably 3 years now, becoming very popular. This is our website, and we'll go back to this at the end if we have some time. But you can find all of our floor plans on our website, and awesome stuff like photo galleries of the Vaughn. Here's a virtual tour of Vaughn. That's a custom Vaughn for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And 3D tours, fun stuff. You scroll on down, you can find out all the pricing per your area. I'll show you how to get to the specific area in a little bit, but it gives you a breakdown of what the home has. This is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 home. It is 2 stories, 2,600 square feet, and a 2-car garage. Then they give you some options and great information. Our website is robust. I have so many customers that are actually shopping builders, and they have all told me you have so much content on your website. It's fairly easy to find. You can spend hours in here.
And not just that, but it's very transparent with the base pricing for the homes too, and not a lot of builders will do that.
Right on. I want to just show you very quickly before we jump into our virtual. This particular home, we moved the garage from the side entry to a rear entry garage. And the reason why we did that is because the lot's very narrow. This is a great home for a narrow lot. So what you're looking at on screen right now is the floor, is the plot map for this particular house. You can see this is a long, narrow lot with a road going through it. And these arrows point to where? Downhill. This is also pointing uphill. It is steep grades, and this is the only level area. This house fit perfectly on this lot. We were so excited to build it. What we're looking at here is a concept, and you get this concept once you have applied for your Adair build. It comes with quite a few pages. This cover page just breaks down all the options that you've chosen. Then you have your footprint of the home, and you can see here, there is our back entry garage that comes through the back part of the home, and the front of the home is still at the entryway here. The second floor shows the breakdown. The great thing is that you have an area legend and an electrical legend. So when you're looking at this and you're like, what does that mean? What does this mean? It's all broken down for you. It's very, very helpful, even to me today. I can't remember all of this stuff. Can you, Justina?
Sometimes.
She's got a lot younger brain than I do. Here we have their front elevation and all the details, their rear elevation and the details. If this lot were not flat, we would see our side elevations, and you'd see steps going down a hill, perhaps. You can see this is a flat build. So this is a complete standard build. This customer did not pay any additional monies for foundation. Our very last page is always going to be a breakdown of the cabinetry throughout the house, which is really important to you, the customer, because you're responsible for bringing in your own refrigerator. And it gives you the specs so that when you go out to purchase it, you can ensure that it does fit. You're also going to be bringing in your own washer and dryer. Everything else is going to be provided by Adair Homes. So that would include your HVAC and heat pump. It includes a garbage disposal, a garage door opener, standard lighting, What am I forgetting?
Nothing.
That's pretty much the bells and whistle extras. We go above and beyond, and we are going to paint the inside and the outside of this home for you. We no longer request that our customers do that.
Question.
Yeah.
What if somebody wants a refrigerator that is larger than the space provided? Can they get a larger refrigerator?
Yeah, great question. What you will do is you need to determine this before we go into concepts. If you want to bring in a larger refrigerator, you'll go over this with your homeownership counselor while you're creating your red line plans or your concepts with changes. And you're just going to need to know the specifications of that refrigerator you're bringing in. We'll create the cabinetry around that for you. So we'll make those adjustments. You can also bring in your own appliances with Adair Homes. And if you do so, you do exactly that. You're going to provide us with all the specifications of those appliances so that we can then set your cabinetry around the sizing.
Awesome.
All right, I'm going to expand this up and we're going to rock and roll. Look at that. Doesn't that look great?
Yes.
I love the color.
I do too. It's so different. It's fun.
So I kind of lied when I said the hill goes up. It doesn't. It drops on either side of this, as you can see it. So it's like they're at the mound. And they were able to flatten that out for this particular home. The Riata collection comes with this cool front door. I wish there was a better shot of it, but it's really nice. I love it. The garage door as well has these windows in it. You'll see what garage door we have on when we get here. This house is almost completely standard. And this is why I was so excited to showcase this, because a lot of our virtual tours are of our custom homes or homes that are really upgraded. This is almost standard. You have a standard carpet here. It's called Haze. It's our gray. The customer at the time of this build was required to paint, so they were doing their own painting. These are 8-foot ceilings. They did add recessed lights. They're surface mounted LED lights in the great room. And they also added windowsills on the windows, but it's still the colonial based trim. So we'll point out any upgrades and the standards as we roll through this. This is their formal great room, formal living.
Is it possible to, this opening right here from this great room to the dining and kitchen area, is it possible to do an archway there if you don't like that hard square opening?
Yeah, definitely. It would work best with 9-foot ceilings. But yes, we can alter any of your homes for you and whatever you'd like. You can take a standard home and make arched alterations, for example, or you can bring in your own custom home, draw it on a napkin. Look at this kitchen. I'm not going to actually stop it. There's tons of shots of it, but I just want to point out what you're seeing right here, the pendant lights that are hanging down. Those are add-ons. Otherwise, this kitchen is a standard kitchen with one exception. They chose to paint the cabinets white. If they had chosen cabinetry that was stained, it would have been a complete standard home.
So I am really taken aback by these countertops.
Aren't they awesome? They're my faves.
They are laminate counters, but to me, looking at this, they don't look laminate. They look very nice.
They are standard laminate countertops. They're called Black Alicante, and they are phenomenal. Aren't they? Don't they look great?
Yeah, they look really good.
You're going to get an above mount sink with a laminate countertop. We have different renditions of counters as well. We have high definition, which is a very small cost. You're looking at the standard appliance package that comes with all of our homes. It is a Whirlpool appliance package. You get your standalone stove with an electric cooktop, a built-in microwave oven hood vent, and you'll receive a Whirlpool dishwasher.
Is it possible to get that stove top in a gas burner option?
You bet. Our gas burning is essentially the same stove. There is a cost increase to it in most cases because gas is more expensive to install nowadays. This is the pantry in the house. Nice 4 shelves wood pantry.
I love that we don't do wire rack shelving.
So phenomenal. That wire rack shelving does not hold up.
No, it doesn't.
Take a look at the floor. Most of y'all are thinking, this is a great floor. It is not wood. It is not luxury vinyl plank. This is our standard vinyl product. It is wonderful. It has a fiberglass mesh backing to it, so it makes it very durable. The particular color that's installed in this home is Natural Luxe Moorland. It's throughout the house. It looks so nice.
It looks beautiful. And I just love the transition between the carpet and the vinyl. It looks really seamless.
This particular island, and most of our islands that are large, have an inset here so you can put stools and have your kids do homework or drink a glass of wine with your partner. Headed down
a glass or a bottle?
Both. Whatever. Look at the doors. I love the doors painted black. They did a great job. So this little hallway takes you down to right here. And this, I believe, is, let me just double check while I'm looking down the hallway. That is just an entry closet. So this is just for storage. And that's the door to the garage and the front door. This is their den. So this is the first floor, and this is their den.
And if somebody wanted to put doors on that den, is that a possibility?
Yeah, you bet. We can put a framing on that with your doors. This is the little half bath that's tucked in at the entry. That is our standard sink that goes in all half baths with the colonial grade trim that you're seeing around your doors. They have the standard 6-panel doors throughout the house. They did upgrade their door hardware to a louver hardware. You can see right here, and that is an upgrade. Now, this is an entry closet right here for coats. And we're going to head upstairs. They didn't show the inside of the garage in this particular video.
No, they didn't, unfortunately.
At the landing of the stairs, you have this little bonus room, and you've got a lot of storage. You've got 2 closets on either end, and this houses the furnace. They have not finished painting up here yet. This is the second bathroom. Again, you've got the black Alicante. You've got our standard backsplash in a white subway tile. Does that look like, I think they put their own backsplash in. Is that true? Let me look here real quick. No, it's
like
the white standard.
To me, yeah, with the white grout.
I love standard white backsplash. This is our standard bathtub. It's fairly deep. It's fiberglass. It's a 1-piece unit, so it's a tub shower surround. Today, if you were, no, they actually have the upgraded fixtures. Those are standard fixtures that you're seeing. They're brushed nickel hardware. All of our lights are rocker switches. And this is going to be the master bedroom. I love those windows.
I was gonna say they have some beautiful views out of this home.
Here's their master closet, and they've got a little window in there for natural light. That's really nice.
So nice.
Wood shelf and poles again, guys. No wire at Adair Homes. That does not hold up. Then headed over to the other side, you have their master bathroom, again with the same vinyl flooring. Doesn't that look good?
It
So
looks
pretty.
really good.
Yeah, I love this combo of colors. It's really, really nice. Let's take a look at the lights up here. Those are the old lights. We have newer lights now. So they decided to pull out their tub shower surround and go with a fiberglass shower. If you were to buy this today, it does come with the glass shower doors. When they built the home, we just gave a pole. And this space right here, interestingly enough, today, if you purchase this home, you would receive a soaker tub, 40 by 60 soaker tub that would be encased in tile. It's really nice. At the time of their build, it was an option that they chose not to get. Nice bathroom though, plenty of space. You're seeing stuff on the walls here that's repair.
It looks like a towel. Are they putting a towel bar there?
Yeah, it looks like they put one in. Look at those windows.
These views.
Oh, so pretty.
You know, that's what you get when you have a nice slopey property.
Yeah, you see those big vaulted ceilings in that room? That's
Yeah.
standard in this home. So we're headed back out to the bonus room to the other end of the home where it will showcase 2 bedrooms.
Ooh, I like the color on this wall.
I know they did a great job in painting this too.
Yes, they did. I think this is one of the best paint jobs that I've seen from a homeowner. They did a really great
fantastic job. Yeah.
I don't have the patience for that.
Yeah.
I'd have paint on the ceiling.
Then you got your secondary bedroom here. So it's a good time to point out that if you build a standard home with Adair, you'll receive this baseboard trim, which is called colonial trim. The windows, they will come drywall cased like you're seeing at the upper portion around all 4 corners. I highly suggest to all of my customers to at least get this windowsill and apron so that when moisture builds over time, you won't get the warping of that drywall, and it's much easier to clean and gives that finished look. Some folks though that build modern homes don't want anything on it. They want to just keep that very clean look.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, stump us with some questions. This is the Justina and Bren hour. So
we do have a question about land. Okay.
Good timing.
Yes, it's great timing. So Jay says, I plan to build a house, hopefully with Adair Homes in 3 years, but I am acquiring a land in Olympia, Washington. Does Adair Homes offer a service to verify if the land is buildable before purchasing the land?
You know, Jay, that is a really good question. And unfortunately, the answer is no. We will only give our customers that are in the building process our complimentary site evaluation, property evaluation. And at that time, we come out and look at the infrastructure. What I would recommend is that you call your county and you ask them a bunch of questions about your property. Like, for example, are there wetlands? Is there a slope, and is that slope carry any hazardous areas that would require a geotech evaluation? I would also recommend, Jay, that you call the Olympia office and you speak to a home ownership counselor. Get in the system and talk to them about what you're going to do. You can ride along with us for the next 3 years and stay in touch. Your homeownership counselor will give you the information that you need to ask the county so that you can vet your land to make sure you're buying a viable piece.
And you know, a lot of times too, people will think they're 3 or 5 years out from building, and then you actually sit down and you talk to a home ownership counselor, and it actually makes sense to get started sooner, in which case we would do that property evaluation sooner. So always good to have an in-depth conversation about your situation and your project with the home ownership counselor in your area.
Yeah, that's great, Justina. Everybody, please remember that when you visit a home ownership counselor, it is an educational meeting we are coaches and trusted advisors. We want to help you build the home that you want, and we want to make it set up for you. That's our mission and our goal. Every home ownership counselor has one main responsibility, and that's to keep you within the budget that's established. Sometimes it's challenging, but when we're successful, and we are, you're going to be a happier customer with Adair Homes. When customers purchase land only, sometimes it's challenging to find a land only loan. Perhaps you're paying cash for the land and it's not going to affect you. Most land only loans are a short period of time, generally like 3 years, and then they're a balloon payment. So really, if you're financing a land build, a land purchase, be sure to talk in depth to the loan officer. Remember, I told you we'd see the lovely garage door. At the time of this build, Adair Homes had a shortage of garage doors, especially in the Riata collection with the special windows. So we had to board this up for their certificate of occupancy. They now have their garage door. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I love the look of this house. They just chose fantastic colors.
Does that have tongue and groove underneath that roof line there?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's
really
not an additional feature to this home. It is what is a part of the custom build.
Awesome.
So yeah, this is it.
We have a question.
Well, we have the question, Justine. I'm just going to let this run through while we roll and answer any questions, and then we'll pop onto the website.
Wonderful. So what are some finance options? Do we have lenders that we work with to finance these builds?
Yeah, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'm going to hold off answering that question until we finish running through this, because I do have some information for you to look at that will help. I will say, excuse me, that if you speak to a home ownership counselor, go in for a meeting, they can give you a listing of all the lenders that are available. We currently have about 22 lenders in the company that we use as preferred lenders, and I'll explain why we have preferred lenders. There's that dishwasher over there and the tucked in on the island. Oh, it's so pretty.
It is really pretty. And do we have some other options for ceiling height for the home?
We do. We have the option of doing a vaulted ceiling on the one-story homes in the great room, kitchen, dining areas. And we also have an option of 9-foot ceilings on the first floor of all of our homes. If you're going to go with a 9-foot ceiling, it is a facelift to the first floor. So all of your windows are a foot taller. Your kitchen cupboards, the top cabinets, would go to 36-inch uppers as opposed to the 31-inch uppers that you're seeing here. Your garage door is a true 8-foot garage door as opposed to a 7.6, which is important for some folks that have trucks. And also the sliding glass door is taller. So it is a facelift. It does run around, I'd say $11,000 to $13,000 for that. The vaulted ceiling is a fourth of that price, a third of that price. We also have Gourmet Kitchens, folks. So if these appliances by Whirlpool aren't up to your cooking adventures, we can have a gourmet kitchen built on most of our homes. That would include 2 built-in ovens that are electric. You can do gas or electric cooktops. We have true hood vents and built-in microwave ovens. We have Whirlpool, which is our mid-grade line, and then we have KitchenAid, which is our top-end line.
Love the KitchenAid. I love that stainless steel interior of the dishwasher that comes with the KitchenAid.
Yeah, it's great in that third rack.
Yep.
We,
So can more custom options like Cat6 Ethernet runs and electric vehicle chargers be scoped in at the time of the build and performed by Adair? Or does someone have to essentially find their own electrician and have those options brought in during the build?
Another really good question. The answer is Adair will do it for you. So when you're with your home ownership counselor and you're going through building your order, we have tons of add-ons. We have holiday packages. We can, whatever you can come up with, guys, you ask for it. So if you envision it, and that's why it's really important to think through all of the aspects of living in the home and what's important to you. Do you need a specific electric outlet in an odd place because you do something different that other people don't do? Another point that we can do is all of the lights in the home. When we get back out to the hallway, I'll show you. We have, well, here's a good example right here. These are the standard lights that are in the bathrooms, the bedrooms, hallways, the closets. If you want to exchange that light for an LED surface mount light, we can do that for you at no cost. A lot of people don't like these lights. If you're doing it in like your primary suite, there's only one light in the center of the ceiling. I would recommend that you purchase an additional one and have at least two. It just showcases a little bit more light, but those are options for you. We have different trim packages for your baseboards and doors. We have different fixture packages for your faucets. They can be matte black, oil rub bronze. We have traditional, we have modern, same thing with our light packages. Gosh, what else can you think of, Justina? We have tiled showers. We have fiberglass floors. We have tiled floors in the showers. You can do tiled floors in bathrooms.
There's a lot that you can do. I think I always tell my customers, really get online. And I know some homeownership counselors are like, do not get on Pinterest. I love it when customers get on Pinterest because it is so much easier for me to know what someone is trying to achieve in their home. If I can see pictures of it, I'm a very visual person. So I love it when they bring in Pinterest pictures. I'm like, okay, I got you. I know what you want. So we're going to figure out how we're going to achieve this for you. Perfect example. I'm working on a custom home right now. And, my customers, they have this vision for their primary suite, and it's actually inspired by this villa hotel that they went and stayed at in Spain.
Oh, wow.
So they're trying to tell me about it. And I'm like, do you have any pictures or videos from this trip that you can just send me so I can know what you're trying to do? And they did. And we're working with, our custom home team to achieve that inspiration. So, the possibilities are endless. If you give us an idea, we're going to run with it and see how we can achieve it for you.
It's so true, Justina. Guys, I'm going to pop into, I can't get it set up correctly. Hang on. I want to pop into a quick slideshow. And I want to point out this bit.ly link. If you want to write it down, take your time to jot it down on a piece of paper right now. What this does is it will take you to our YouTube channel and all of our virtual tours. I think we probably have 70 or 80. We started doing virtual tours because of COVID. So, hey, thanks, COVID. One great thing came out of it. Virtual tours are fantastic because you are going to be able to walk through all of these homes. We have so many of them. And the great part about a virtual tour is they're real people homes. They're not a model home. So there's some upgrades. And then like we just saw, there's not many upgrades in this house. And you still see how beautiful Adair Homes can build a home, even with standard features, standard base pricing. So I spend time looking at virtual tours just because I like to look at the inside of homes. You're going to see a lot of them from Justina and Brennauer just because we love doing these and bringing these to you. We do still have actual open houses that you can go through and you can drive to go to an open house. And I'll show you on our events calendar how you might find one of those. But moving along, this is the 6 steps to getting into a build. You're going to go over this in detail with a homeownership counselor, but it's pretty standard. Your first step is going to be getting a pre-qualification from one of our lenders that we have pre-approved, finding and securing your land, taking a complimentary site visit from Adair Homes to find out if the land's viable, and we're going to help you gather bids and the feasibility of that land. Then we'll have a design meeting, or we'll have it anytime in that process. And that design meeting is going to be picking out your features and your finishes, like the lights and the faucets and your flooring, colors of carpets, all the fun part, your special electric outlets and everything that you need and envision in the home. And once we know we're all in budget, then we order that home for you. It's that simple. We're going to provide you all the tools that you're going to need to accomplish your goals. And this is what it looks like in your budget. We receive a budget, and that budget is what we're going to stick with when we are working with you as a homeownership counselor. And the budget generally comprises the 3 buckets at the bottom. That's the land, the site development costs, and the cost of the home that you're going to build. If you already own your land, you nix out that land bucket and you just fill the other 2. A good homeownership counselor is going to make sure you're within your budget. And let's think about it for a second. Your land doesn't have a whole lot of negotiation past the point of getting into contracts. The site development is pretty set. It is what it is. It's going to cost specifically what it's going to cost to get the services, unless you shop around and have the time to do that. The most flexibility is sitting with the home that you build with Adair Homes. We have like 40 floor plans. If the house doesn't fit that you love, maybe there's a smaller one that's going to fit. Or if the house doesn't work out with all the bells and whistles, your homeownership counselor is going to be able to show you where you can create the most efficient home with a lot of those items that you want to upgrade, but maybe show you where you can upgrade some things later on. So work with a homeownership counselor. They'll help you get into budget.
Can people make changes to the floor plan?
100%, guys. We can do whatever you would like. We can knock down walls. We can add in walls. We can extend the footprint to add on square footage. A really good one for me is that homeownership had a necessity to do a 1,600 square foot home because of their homeowners association requirements. And they really liked a smaller home, but it was only about 50 square feet smaller. So we just added on 50 square feet for them. Not a big cost, but it met the specifications of their HOA, and they were able to build the house that they wanted.
That's awesome.
This is Adair Financial Services, just a little plug for them. They are in-house financer. They have 2 different types of loan programs now. One is the 2 closed loan, that's new. The other is the one-time closed loan, which is the most used program. That is where you purchase your land, your site development, and your home all in one loan. So it's a land purchase and a construction loan all in one. It rolls into generally a 30-year fixed rate conventional loan. The new 2 closed loan is where the land is purchased first and then the construction loan portion opens. It is recapped into a final close at the end. I'm not as familiar with that loan process because it is new to Adair Homes. Generally with Adair Homes, you're going to do a 5% down payment, which is phenomenal. Other lenders may have 10, 15, 20% down payments. We have a free float down option, which just means to you that at the time that your home's finished and your lender is refinancing or rolling it, recapping it into the 30-year fixed rate, Hey, interest rates are higher today. What if they're lower in 12 months when we close on the loan? You'll float down for free. You do not have to purchase points up front to get that, as other lenders sometimes charge you. And I think the biggest plus with Adair Homes is that soft pull on your credit. We're not going to do a hard pull initially for you to get the pre-qualification. We're just going to do a soft pull and look at your debt to income ratios. It's generally pretty close to what the hard pull will be, but it's not going to affect your credit report at the time. And you're not going to be required to turn in W-2s and income tax and all of the hard copy products that a lender needs to go through underwriting.
Well, and they have also a pretty quick turnaround for
like 24 to 48 hours.
Yes, I mean, that is so quick. Like, it's hard to fathom, like coming in, sitting down with somebody, filling out the application and being able to get started within 24 to 48 hours. I mean, there's no lag time. You can just go.
It's fantastic. And a homeownership counselor needs a pre-qualification letter or a cash verification if you're a cash customer. And the reason we need this is because why are we shooting for a budget that you really don't know? You just think you know? We need to verify your budget so we don't set you up, so we don't have a mutual mystification and set you up for something that you can't even do. It really does help us. Here's a list of all of our lenders. These are approved lenders with Adair Homes. And you might ask, why approved lenders? Why can't I go to anybody I want? First off, we do not use brokers. Brokers are very popular for resale homes. Why? Brokers get you the best interest rate. They shop around rates. They're great to go with. I love brokers. Brokers aren't typical for a construction loan. Next reason, you right now, when you go into a contract with Adair Homes, it's a joint building contract. You're agreeing to do your site development, to gather those bids and help us out with that, with our help. But some underwriters are a little bit uncomfortable underwriting you as a layman to do what a general contractor normally would do, which is basically be a project manager, make some phone calls and gather some bids. It's not challenging. You're backed by Adair Homes. But these lenders all work with us and they're comfortable with that process. Any questions?
We do not have any questions at this moment.
Fantastic. Let's look a little bit about what site development looks like. What is it that you undertake? And what do you do? Here it is. It's pretty simple. Your homeownership counsels you through it. You're going to go through permitting with whatever county that you're with, and that means that you're going to take the engineered floor plans and permit package that we complete for you over to the county, drop it off, pay your permitting fees out of your budget, and go through permitting. If there's issues and problems, you have a phone number to call, and you have a dedicated person that's going to be working with you through all of your issues. They're called the project administrator. You're going to be doing these other items. The bottom items are just your utilities. Do you need a well? Do you need a septic? Do you have water and sewage at the street? You're going to run a porta pot for the company because we need a place to utilize while we're going through your build. Concrete, it's your responsibility outside of the house to finish it out. So if you have a beautiful patio, we want you to be able to choose what's underneath your feet. It might be concrete. It might be brushed concrete. It might be exposed aggregate. It might be pavers like Justina did at her house. They're beautiful. Whatever you want to do. You might want to do a montage of different bricks. You might be really creative. It's up to you. And then, of course, the big one is pushing the dirt. That's your excavator. And that excavator does so much for you. The driveway, digging out the build, trenching all of the areas that needed to be trenched, maybe from a septic system and from your well, if you already have your well in place. So much. They come back and they do backfill. We have a list of all these people. And these people work with Adair Homes all the time. So all you have to do is call them and say, hi, I'm working with Adair Homes on a build. I need you to come out and give me a bid for excavating my home. That's it. It's easy.
It is
Average
easy.
cost is about $50,000. That's for a level lot.
Speaking of level lot,
Yeah.
what are some options for building on a sloped lot?
Well, we can do a daylight basement for you. A daylight basement is basically a walkout. So it looks like a one-story, typically on the front of the house, and at the back of the house, it has the downstairs where you walk out of a sliding glass door, typically to your outside area. We also can do just a ginormous crawl space if you're capped on your funds and you just don't have enough money to do a daylight. We can do an unfinished daylight basement. We can do a finished daylight basement. It's a custom home when you go to a daylight basement. It's a little bit of a different path, but we can certainly do that for you. A lot of on-your-lot builders won't be able to do that, but Adair Homes can. Do you have a question? I saw you looking away and reading something.
Yes, we do.
Okay, fire it at me.
All right, so this is regarding the property evaluation. So does the aforementioned Adair site evaluation only include buildability, or does it include external factors like the availability for internet connection? Considering remote workers, is it generally possible to get fast internet without going satellite? Or are there any recommendations for navigating the site development and land selection process with a requirement for fast internet connection in mind?
You know, that's a really good question.
Yeah, question.
Because so many people are working remotely nowadays, I have found that's really important to our customers. Here's the news. Your real estate agent can help dig around, and that's their job to find out what those services are for you. Something else that is important, if you're using Zillow, Realtor.com, the online social platforms, I want you to know one thing. They are not up to date in most cases. Some run 48 hours delayed. If you find a property on there, you don't have a real estate agent, and you go look at it and you're like, oh, this is awesome. And then you call an agent and you want to make an offer, they could likely tell you, sorry, it's pending. I would highly recommend you get a real estate agent. If you need one, call us up. We have preferred agents that work with us. We can refer you to an agent that understands land acquisition. They have some work they need to do for you. If it's important to find high-speed internet, that's one of the things you're going to tell your agent. These are the land pieces I need to look at because I have to have high internet. If you're on Zillow and it says water's available, well, the first question is, where is that water, Mr. Real Estate Agent? Is it at the edge of my property, or is it down the street? Same thing with sewage. You've got to know where these pieces are. That is not Adair's responsibility. We can help you, but it's you and the real estate agent and your due diligence in talking with the county as to where that infrastructure sits. I hope that answered the question.
You did. That's a great answer. I think it just really focuses on, doing your due diligence, just like you would if you were buying an existing home and going through the inspection period of purchasing an existing home. This feasibility study period for the land is essentially your inspection period to make sure that land is a good fit for you. And if internet is really important, making sure you can get the high-speed internet that you need in that area.
Also remember, folks, you're not paying the real estate agent. It's the seller's responsibility to cover real estate fees. Now, if you're looking for a for sale by owner, it's a little bit different story. If you are going for sale by owner, I would ask that you talk with your home ownership counselor and just dig, because number one, you've got to negotiate on your own behalf. And it's very important that you negotiate at least a 30-day feasibility timeframe for you to check out the land. So that if you find it's going to be too expensive for you to develop the land, you can cancel that contract and you can get back your earnest money. If you don't do a 30-day feasibility, you're not going to have an opportunity to do the things you need to do. And it takes time to get through to the county to get questions answered. You got to pound the pavement. Sometimes you got to set appointments. Sometimes you have to email. You have to leave voicemail. It's just sometimes challenging to get through to the counties. I at least know in my build area, and we have like 7 counties, and some of them are more challenging than others. Justina, what are you finding in the Arizona area?
What I'm finding in the Arizona area is that it can be very challenging as well. So I think it's definitely across the board. One thing though that I think was great that you mentioned and really needs to be reiterated, because I cannot tell you how many times I hear it sitting in this chair from people who come in, is that, you know, I ask them if they're working with a realtor and I automatically hear, no, I don't want to pay a realtor to help me look for land. And like you said, you're not paying the realtor, the seller is paying that commission. So it's at no cost. It can only benefit somebody to have a realtor helping them look for properties and helping with their due diligence period and making sure that they are really getting what they are paying for.
So true. You know, I was an agent myself in Austin, Texas for, I don't know, 9 years. So I know a lot about real estate acquisition, and it is a thing that folks don't understand. Another thing that's really important, folks, if you are using Zillow or those platforms, and you make a phone call to the listing agent to get the information that you're looking for, I just want you to note in your head, just keep it in the back of your head, please. Who's that real estate agent representing? You or the seller of the land? There's a thing in real estate, it's called fiduciary responsibility. It is taken very seriously in the code of ethics, and that's how you become a realtor and not a real estate agent.
And there is a difference.
Oh, a big one. So if you go to a seller's agent and you're like, oh, I'll just buy it through the seller's agent, I just want you to know their fiduciary responsibility is not first and foremost you, it's the seller. They cannot represent both parties, although it's legal in many states to do so. They're supposed to get the lowest price for you, the buyer, and they're supposed to get the highest price for the seller. How is that representing you?
Doesn't make sense, does it? It just doesn't add up.
Get a buyer's agent. Call your home ownership counselor, ask for a referred agent. These folks know what they're doing. That's why we keep them in our hip pockets. They represent our customers very well, and it does help you tremendously through this process. The upfront homework is really important. So let me jump in really quick to our website. If there's fire your questions at us, guys. That's what we're here for. We want to answer everything we can. We're looking at my location, Southwest Washington. I want to show you really quick how you get here. When you land on the Adair Homes page, it's going to look just like this. And in your upper right-hand corner of the website, you need to choose your build area. It'll say, choose my build area. Click on it and click on, you'll see the states come up where we build: Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Arizona. You need to pick your build area. So we're going to play with Washington right now. You click on the state of Washington, that's our largest build area, and you're going to see all the different locations that we build in. In my particular case, I'm in Southwest Washington. If you're not sure, go ahead and click on the one you think it's supposed to be in, and then go up and click on Contact and View Details. What that will do is take you to Southwest Washington, and you can find Yeoman's information on here. phone number to the branch itself, hours of operation. If we have any listings at the time, they're listed right here. These are land listings with realtor partners. Currently, we don't have any at this branch.
Get on it, Brenda.
I know, I'm lagging. Here we have a form you can fill out to schedule an appointment. You can click at the bottom of the screen to ask a question. But if you scroll down a little bit further, serving these counties, here are the 8 counties that I serve. If your county that you're looking in isn't here, you go pop into the next branch up, which would be the Olympia branch, until you find your county. Okay. If you don't want to do any of that work, just click right here. Hi, I can help you out. It's so user friendly. So if you are in your county and then you decide to look at the floor plans, click on all the floor plans and look at all of our floor plans. Here they all are. Now, these are all priced. I don't know how to get out of this thing.
That big yellow X down there, right underneath it.
I'm such a dork. Okay. Here's all our floor plans, guys. Like I said, there's a bunch. You can click anyone. Here's the Bannock. It's really popular right now. It's another Riata collection. And on there, you scroll on down. Here's our start price at the Woodland branch. Tells you the square footage, their bedrooms. You can see the floor plan. You click on, if there was a second floor, you'd click on that and pop out the second floor plan. If there are exterior options, there would be more, but the Riata collection only has one exterior. Tells you a little bit about the home. And then down below, you've got all your fun stuff. Here's a virtual. Here's a guided tour. Here's the actual photo galleries of other homes that are built and more details. Everything's here at your fingerprints. So much great stuff.
It is. Now, if somebody has their own plan already, is that something? Also, I just want to point out, did you see that lovely like Arizona desert landscaping that was on that home? It's really quite pretty.
Where are you at? Right here?
Oh, this is.
Why is that in mine?
I don't know. That's an Arizona elevation, actually, the Santa Fe collection. But
Yeah,
if somebody
we don't build that here, guys.
No, you guys don't. But if
That's why it's saying no plans fit. It's that's weird. It's awkward.
so funny. But if somebody has a plan already, can we build a plan that they've already purchased?
Yeah, you bet. So we wouldn't build off of your engineered floor plan. So if you're wanting to build a custom plan and you're poking around at floor plans online and you found one you love, just get the floor plan, take a picture of it. Don't spend the money on engineered floor plans. We can't use them here at Adair. We're going to redo those floor plans and tweak it a little bit to Adairize it. And so the answer is yes, we can build a custom plan. You draw it, you envision it, we can build it. It's a different home path. Takes a tad bit longer, but it's fun. And we'll take you down that path. I wanted to just show you really quick the events tab. If you click on it and you go to all events and you just scroll down, here we are right now on September 8th at our virtual tour. We have an open house. It's in person. It's the Louisville plan, and it is somewhere. It's in Caldwell. Right here, Caldwell, Idaho. So obviously, if you're in Washington, you're not driving to that one. You'll also find here, here's an in-person Building 101 seminar in North Bend, Oregon. So you're in that area. This is a great class to sign up for. It's going to go over everything we just went over, but you're going to talk to the pro team, which is all the folks that you work with. Here's another open house tour of a custom home. So this, it's in person in Walla Walla. All down, you're going to see everything. We also are going to showcase things that are outside of our Adair footprint. Like here's the Emmett Harvest Festival in Emmett, Idaho, and Adair Homes will be there. Here's the Lincoln Country Home Show in Lincoln City. So Adair Homes will be there. This is a great page to stay in touch with, and just to register, you just click. It's really easy on the detail page, and it'll give you all the info, and you can register for it right then and there. So, great deal. Any other questions?
Nope, I think you're so thorough that people didn't have to ask questions.
We're getting better, aren't we?
Yes.
We used to have a lot more questions. It was fun. And now we actually have customers that are going into other branches, and they're like, yeah, we saw the virtual tour. There was 2 ladies virtually. They were Brenda and Justina. They were funny. We had a lot of questions. So we like to get stumped.
Yes, we do.
Stumping us today. Well, that's a good sign, Justina. We're learning.
That is, but you know what? We do have another virtual coming up, so we might get stumped at that one. You never know.
That's right. It's in 2 days. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. If anybody wants to join us,
on next Wednesday.
Yeah, and I'm botching my screen up here totally. I'm going to go back to my events tab. It's on the 14th. And it is
right there.
Right here. It's the Oswego plan. And I'm hosting it, and Justina's going to co-host with me. It's a local built here at the Woodland branch. So join us if you'd like. I hope to see some familiar places, and do your research before you come back and hit us up with some more of those great questions. Believe it or not, we really like the questions because it helps us get to know what customers need. And it helps us every day with our appointments with customers.
That is very true.
So we're right at 1 o'clock, folks. It's time for us to say goodbye. Just want to thank you so much. Please call your local branch and jump in and come to a visit. Remember, it's educational. We just want to educate you and help you down that path. And we'd love to build your home.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful day.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.